Okay, good evening, YouTube. Now we are live for another English conversation here on Talk and Talk. My name is Andrea, and before I will start this conversation, let me explain a little bit how Talk and Talk works. Basically, Talk and Talk is a platform, and here we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, and French, and also Mandarin. This is just an immersion. It means that I am not here to teach or correct anyone, but make sure that everybody here are going to learn a lot because this is a real environment where we can practice our speaking skills, okay? So it's a safe place to make mistakes. No one needs to be afraid to make mistakes. We are in a right place to do it, okay? Because we are learning by practicing, okay, guys? So basically, that's it. The topic today is a little profound, in my opinion. We are going to discuss about the art of letting go. So I think we can open our heart here today and discuss about it, okay, guys? So if you want to know more about the project from Talk and Talk, just to go to our website, talkandtalk.com.br, and there you will find more information. We always start the conversations here on Talk and Talk introducing ourselves. So, Pedro, can you start, please?
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Pedro. I am 25 years old. I'm from the metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte, in Minas Gerais. So I am a mineiro, so I like cheese and things like that. So here, it's raining too, but it's absolutely not the cold. It's just so much hot. I don't know why. But in the morning, I thought like the day could be a more cold, but it don't happen. But I believe like in this weekend, it probably will the temper go down. But I don't know. I'm in the talk like for 4 or 5 months. I just lost my count about that. But I love the project and get to know about the new ideas, new people, and that is about myself, guys.
Thank you, Pedro. Thank you for coming. And by the way, you live in a place that have a really good food, Minas Gerais. Okay. What about you, Mari?
Good evening, guys. My name is Mariangela. I'm 32 years old and I live in Atibaia, São Paulo. I'm a degree analyst in the systems and development. I'm here in Talk since June 2024. I study English and Spanish too.
Thank you, Mari. Ayla, please.
Hello, guys. I'm Ayla. I live in Belém, the land of açaí. By the way, I like so much açaí. And I'm here on Talk and Talk to practice in English, now French. And it's a good platform to learn by practicing a lot. And it's so appreciated to be here again. It's a pleasure for me. That's it.
Nice, Ayla. It's a pleasure to have you here again. Okay, thanks so much. About me, guys, I'm Andrea. I was born in São Bernardo do Campo, but I've been living in Guarujá since I was 7 years old. I am married. I have no kids, no pets. I am an administrative assistant, and I work in a Japanese restaurant. Basically, I am responsible to pay the bills, pay the employees, buy the things for the restaurant. So a lot of bureaucracy parts. And I think Talk and Talk it's the best place to improving our skills, not only about the language, but about all the other skills that we need to develop here. Okay, guys? So let's start the profound conversation. Let's see how it goes. So, Mari, I will start with you. Why do you think letting go can be so difficult? Let me know, please.
It's a good question. About this let it go. This person. For me, because we are averse to loss. The first time, averse to loss. And I believe that people are very attached to people and the things, mainly things, when they don't place their emotional depends on our relationships. They let themselves be carried away by emotion. Don't see many situations, and the, I think it is.
Wow, good point of view, Mari, and I agree with you. I think people are afraid. It's difficult to
Yes.
let things go because of the emotional, I think we are driving by our emotions, so sometimes it's difficult to divide, to focus that this part is more, I don't know, we don't need to put so much emotion, the part of emotion, but I think it's hard, and because of this, we attach it with the things or the people or I don't know, everything, so sometimes because of this can be really hard. What do you think, Pedro?
So I agree with you guys. I believe the it's a difficult because we are like so much positive in some ways, just not with the object, but with people too. Sometimes when we have some friendship or a relationship, sometimes we are just positive, and we don't want to share. Like for example, we know about like related about relations, abusive relations involve like a people that don't want to the, the partner to talk with another people. So about that, I believe like letting go is a little difficult uh principle during these days because I believe nowadays it's harder like to build in some relations, and when we build some relations, I believe it's difficult like we have a feeling about like letting go and the or for a relation, or for example a person understand that don't work and they go away. Sometimes I think like this feeling about letting go is difficult.
Wow, really good answer, Pedro. And I was thinking here, do you think that when we are getting older, it's more difficult to have this idea of letting go? Or do you think it's part of our teenagerhood, for example, when everything is new for us? What do you think?
Yeah, I believe these kind of feelings follow all our lives. But in my opinion, I am a young too. I don't know what my emotions will gonna in the future. But I perceive when I was teenager, I think this feeling about letting go and the understand like the life is too short, like we to just focus on one thing. I believe when I was younger, it was have this feeling was more difficult for me. But I don't know, like in the future, could it be more difficult because, like for example, your friends will gonna die when we have like little friends, and I believe that could be harder too. But in my opinion, nowadays I perceive like when I was young, that was more difficult for me.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. For me too, it was really difficult because I am a only child. So imagine, I remember that I was really jealous about my friends. If my friends started talking with other people, I was jealous about it because the feeling that, oh, you own me, I don't know, você pertence a mim, I don't know, something like that, because I was only me, so I would like to have all the friends around me. So it's strange, but nowadays it's not like that anymore, thank God. And I learn how to do the things alone, for example. What about you, Ivan?
So, I think letting go can be difficult, because, like I said, I think it often involves loss and uncertainty, and we usually are afraid of unknown situation, unknown people, and but it's necessary. I think it's health, to know how to let it go, because it's no good when we are uh, it we are too much attached to things or people, and I think we need to prepare ourselves, because our lives, it changes a lot, and maybe there is ups and downs. It's complicated, and sometimes you don't let go, and you are, for example, in a toxic relationship, for example, because you don't want to be alone. You think you can't live alone, but maybe it could be just a false belief, and it's important to let it go, let this thought go, and because that is a good life after, maybe for you, and you only uh, uh, you only should try, take a chance.
Yes, I good point of view. Talking about toxic relationships, for example, I don't know why people, I am not judge anyone, okay? But I don't know why people pass through the situation, because maybe because of this, they are afraid to living alone. They are afraid uh, how it would be the life without the partners, their partner. And I don't know, uh, stay in this situation that it's not good, but because of this, I think it's important to know, to learn how we can let things go, because of when this kind of situation happen, you are prepared for that, and you will understand that the life, it's just need to be lived, for example. A vida está aqui para ser vivida. I don't know how to say that in English. So, yeah, I don't know why people pass through the situation. It's difficult to talk and to judge someone. Do you like to add something, Mari? Go ahead.
Yes, about this, your answer is now. I believe that so many people, that those who pass by don't notice, don't see the situations, because into the relationship, abusive relationship, any others. And I believe profundamente, I forgot the word. These people, when practice this abusive with other people, have a, how can I say, tem uma, tem uma forma de manipular. Is a existe uma manipulation. It's a big manipulation, and now eu bato, né? Por exemplo, I talk so bad words from the people, and after this, I love you. It's so hard situation, so hard. And these people don't see it's a toxic situation.
Yeah, it's a good point of view, Mari. Can be it, people that are passing through this don't know that they are passing in a bad situation. They get used with this, they think it's normal. I don't know, guys. Maybe can be it, I don't know. Who knows? I agree with you. Okay, guys, let's move on. Ayla, have you ever had to let go of something or someone important? And how did it affect you?
Yeah, so many times I've had to let go. Um, oh, I think it's so common during my teenagehood, especially during my teenagehood. Um, I, I think we change and uh, our way can change from our friends. And I remember a so special friend I had during my teenager, but I don't know, in in this moment, in what a moment we apart, we apart, um, because we start to having different goals, opinions, ideas. I don't know, and uh, I noticed in a certain moment. Oh, unfortunately, I need to let this someone go because uh, I I don't know, but I started feeling bad, and I started feeling no appreciated anymore. And but yeah, I understand that people change, and especially teenagers. Teenagers change a lot because we are in this process of growing up. And but I remember it hurt me because I really liked this someone, this person. She was part of my life, and but there was a moment when I take a decision. So uh, I think this friendship doesn't me feel good anymore, and I need to put a limit now. So I decided to let it go this friendship, and just I I I walk it away from this person. But it's sad. It's sad. It was sad. It was sad for me. Yeah. I think I'm a sensitive person, So, and I think it was sad, but I felt like uh, a relief after, and uh, and let it go.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you, Ayla. I passed through it when I was a teenager too. I had a friend, really good friend in the time, but I don't know why our thoughts became different. So when this kind of situation happens, you need to choose if you want to stay with the person in your side or just let the person go, because sometimes the relation is not good for you. You are suffering because of difficult situations, because of, I don't know, I understand you. And Until nowadays, I miss this friend but we don't have more contact since I was a teenager, maybe teenager, not 19 years old, I think 18 years old. So it's a long time, but I remember the good times that we had, and of course, the not so good times that we had too. So sometimes we need to put to have this balance, to understand that not anything is forever in our life. So unfortunately, even our friendship. Thank you, Ayla. What about you, Pedro?
I'm a little lost, but number 3.
Yes, number 3.
All right. So, I remember the difficult time I passed in my life about that letting go is when I have the first time I moved it to another city because I was 90 years old and all my family lived in Minas Gerais too, and my father received a opportunity to work on Fortaleza on the Northwest, and for me was very difficult because I had to make new friends, and my family was long distance, is not near from me, and for me it was very difficult because for first time I had to let it go, like to leave the new situation, the new part of my life because I mean not just ignore the fact that I lived far from my family, my friends, and I had to make new friends. And I believe like yeah, something that I had to let go because sometimes I think it's very difficult when you are a new situation, a new city. You have to adapt a lot because it is a new culture this time, and I believe like the way that I remember that I had to let it go, but it's not something like forever. I visit my friends after I moved. I get back to the city that I lived, and I believe like is that you have to let go some things, but we don't know some way we can find again the other people, find the person that we think we lost in the way. I believe in that.
Yes, and when you have, for example, when you are 90 years old, it can be more difficult, because sometimes with this age, we don't understand everything about the life, and can be really difficult to get used to a new life. But, for example, I imagine that when you start making new friends, everything goes well, because it's happened with me too. When I moved to São Bernardo from Guarujá, for example, I was 7 years old, so it was really hard, but in the beginning it was really hard, but when I understand and I start making new friends, it was really good. So that's it. What about you, Mari?
Um, for me, yes, about this letting go, so many things and the people. It was easy, especially. Uh, it wasn't easy, especially when it comes to relationship. It's not easy. But I had to move the house because they entered my house when I was a little. I was 80 years old, and I wanted to take my sister, and we left for another city. I had to leave a school, friends, and my home. It's so hard situation because I'm so very, very young. It's so hard for me. I don't understand the situation. My mom decided to move to city because of this situation. And today, I realized that that it was the best decisions. My mom had the best decisions this moment. I made together with my mother, and today we live well. It's so bad feelings about the situation, but I perceive, I see my mom protect me and my sisters. Not on this moment, it's so hard. But today, we are living well. My sister is good today. In this the moment, my sister is so hard all the time. Never your mind is so many confusion because we are young. So bad situation.
Yes, and how old are you, Mari, in this time?
Today,
No, when it's happened.
80 years, 8 years old,
80. Ah, so
and
you are,
my sister, uh, 11, 12 years. It's so
yeah,
hard.
you are so young. It's difficult to understand at the beginning.
Yes, it's totally difficult.
Okay, thank you. Guys, let's move on. Pedro, are you there? I don't,
Yes,
yeah,
I just
yes.
had to turn off my camera just a second, but I will
No, no,
turn on
no,
now.
no, no problem. I would like to ask the next question for you. How
All
do you
right.
decide when it's time to move from or to move on from a situation or relationship? Difficult one. Let's see.
Yes. So we talked the some things like I believe is real important. But talking involve a relationship when you perceive like the relationship don't evolve in some ways, like the thoughts about your partner is not the correct word is not the same, but it's not had the match. Like we don't have the same feelings, we don't have like the we you know it isn't work, and I believe like when you perceive that it's the time to let it go and restart and get another relationship, because if you just try and you perceive everything is not changing, I believe like you are lost your time, like you just put so much energy in something that you will not work when you think about like a long term. So I believe like it's a real important you have a reflection during your day about your life, about your relationships, about your work. I remember not talking about just relationships, but about work, for example. I feel like stagnate sometimes, like the work that was working, and when I perceive that, I believe like no, it's time to have a change. I don't get that in the first time because I didn't find in like the time that I wanted a new job. But I perceived that, and I had some movement in my life to get out of my job that I work and try another one.
Yes, yes, Pedro, I totally agree with you. It's not only about the relationship, but when it comes to a job, it's really important, even important, because I think we are in this life to do the things that we make us feel happy. If you are in a place or if you are in a relationship that are not making you feel happy, why you are living this? So sometimes it's really difficult to understand that you will not stay with the person for the rest of your life, because sometimes you imagine our future with this person, but as Pedro said, in some way the things start to not match anymore. And why you are continuing put so much effort on something that you in deep that it's not working. So even though it's hard to let it go, I think it's necessary because we need to thinking first about ourselves. It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. But sometimes, guys, I learned something in this life because sometimes I stop it and think, this situation, think if I am passing some situation that makes me feel sad, for example, I try to thinking about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ahead. I'm continuing feeling the same. If I am continuing feeling the same, maybe it can be a time to stop, because I want to be happy. If now I am not happy, and if this situation continuing 2, 3, 4 years ahead, why are you trying? Put my effort, continuing put my effort. So it's difficult, but it's something that we need to learn and try to do it, to thinking about ourselves. I don't know if you understand what I want to say, guys. Sorry. Maybe I am not so clear, but let me see. What about you, Mari?
For me, when I decided to stop one situation in one relationship, is so hard the relationship. When I see so many difficulties, so many bad words, so many bad activities during this relationship or situation, I go out the situation. I quite want a moment, and thinking about it is uh, when I did make change the situations. What the situation it's good for me is not good for me. I make some many questions about the situations. It's so hard. It's so good. It's so bad. I I I I'm decided to leave this situation in my life. I make so many questions for me, and it's so hard. It's not easy, but necessary. And before I had not perceptions, but today I have more maturity to see about the attitudes and the relationships. Day by day, month by month, year by year, I have more maturity for see difficult during the situations and relationship. It's necessary maturity for see bad situations. Sometimes I don't see, but I live in so bad situations because I don't have a maturity for living these situations. It's so hard to level the situation.
Yeah, Mari. And I was thinking here, guys. I have an idea about relationship. I don't know if you will agree with me. I have a phrase that are always in my mind that you 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 it's possible to live with the person, your husband, if your partner, without love, you know. But I think it's impossible to continuing live with this person without respect.
I
If
totally
they
agree
will,
with you.
if the relationship gets in a situation that they lose all the respect, for me, it's the end, because when the years is passing, it's not the same love that we had in the beginning. Everybody knows about that, but the respect, I think, it needs to continue because without respect, for me, it's impossible to have a relationship. Not only in a relationship, maybe a friendship too, you know. I believe in that.
I totally agree with you, this phrase, and for me, it doesn't exist respect, doesn't exist relationship, friendship.
Yeah, totally agree. What about you, Aileen?
So deep. So deep question there. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Sorry about that,
reflexive.
guys.
No, but it's good. It's good. It's so interesting. And I totally agree what you said, Mary. And I think that reminds me when I got divorced, and it was so difficult in that time for me because I've already had a daughter, and she was a child. And but when I noticed uh, um, we I say me and my ex-husband, we weren't happy together anymore. I think it was a sign, a red sign. So that's enough for me. And I think that relationship, it was no good for us, for our daughter. And but it's about to, and it was so difficult because we were younger, and like Mary said, maturity is so important in this moment because you need to set a limit, and and it's no easy. And when you don't have enough maturity, it could be so hard because it's about to have a good self knowledge, self awareness, this bad situation. And it but it's so necessary to reflect on and decided, oh, okay, and we we have a daughter together, but it our relationship, it doesn't works well anymore, and it brings us more harm than joy, you know. So in this moment, I decided, no, I give up. And yeah, and it was the best thing I did because uh, my daughter could do, if not, I think my daughter could be a traumatized child because it's no good, you know. So all the time, the couple is arguing in front of the child. It's terrible. It's so harmful, and I don't want to do for my daughter, and for me too, and and for him also. And I decide, no, we can get along uh, apart, and it's better. And nowadays, after I don't know, over 20 years, we finally get along again. And but in this first moment, it was so hard. I remember this, and I remember I suffered a lot because this. Uh, but I consider I had emotional intelligence to because I could put a point, a end when this relationship Does it makes me feel well, me feel good, me feel happy, me feel whatever? It I don't want to stay in it anymore.
Difficult. I can imagine, Ayla. And I was thinking here about the maturity that Mari said, because sometimes when we are young, we think so much about the others people thoughts, and maybe we don't want to take any decision because of this. So when we start getting older, we understand that we just need to thinking about ourselves, about our well-being. So for me, it's the best part to getting older, because I don't know, we are more focused about in ourselves. In my case, for example, guys, I don't know what is it for you, but nowadays I understand that I need to thinking about me. Don't matter what my mom, my family, my parent, my relatives are thinking, if I am right or wrong. No, I just thinking about my well-being. So it's good, when we start to understand this kind of things. Okay, thank you, Ayla. Guys, we don't have so much time, and I would like to skip to the question number 11, because I think it's a difficult one to get the difference. Mari, what is the difference between letting go and giving up, in your opinion?
For me, letting go is living a freer life. Let it go. Let it go so by the things, let it go so by the feelings, let it go so by the peoples, so by the jobs, so by anything. For me, it, it's my point of view. And about it, this giving up, I don't, it's not, it's hard, this word, because so many people feeling given up about the not strong. I'm not strong. I'm giving up. I'm not. It's impossible for me. I'm giving up. All the things exist only in your mind, not in your character, nor your strong, nor your so many possibilities exist only. It's your mind. For me, it's my point of view.
Wow, good answer, Mari. Thank you so much. And I agree with you. I think the difference between letting go and giving up, guys, in my opinion, it's related to what Mari said. Giving up, it's more about when you are afraid of something, when you are afraid of trying, when you are afraid of the result, when you think you are not good enough to do it, when you even try. So giving up, it's about it. And when letting go, it's about when you decide something for your well-being. No, I don't want to live with this situation anymore. So I decide to do another thing. I will just letting go, You have the decision to do it, but because you know what it's good or not for you, not because you are afraid, like when you give up, you know. So I don't know if you understand, but it's my opinion. What about you, Pedro?
I totally agree with you guys. I believe, like, I don't know if I had something to add about this question. But something that we're back like to the first question. It's about like sometimes we have some fear about to letting go because I think sometimes we have a fear like to say no or to say or to letting go some things because we think it's the same like letting go and give up. But when we are letting go something and when we are so decide about that we are gonna do.
Yeah, that's it, Pedro. I agree. Thank you. What about you, Ayla?
Wow. I think letting go for me is a conscious uh, a conscious choice. I decided to move forward because I worried about my well-being, my mental health, for example, and I need to take care of myself at first. And give up, uh, I don't know, maybe because uh, I don't care so much, or maybe because I'm afraid of. And I think give up involve there is no so effort or is resolution to do it. You decide, I don't want to do this. I don't care about this. I give up. But letting go, no. You care. You care about something or someone, but that it isn't good for you anymore, and you prefer to take of yourself to um, to preserve your well-being at first. I think for me, it's my opinion.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, guys. I think it's related about it, you know. And letting go, you are thinking about yourself, yeah. You are thinking about your well-being. And when you give up, you just are afraid of something, you know. Sometimes people give up, even try, you know. And I don't know, guys. I have already given up about a lot of things, but I don't know. Nowadays, I try to be more courageous, you know, even though I don't know the result, but at least we need to try, you know, if it will works or not, only God knows. So that's it, guys. Guys, I don't know if we have more time for one more question, but Pedro, would you like to choose another one that we can answer in a quickly way? Feel free, please.
All right, I will choose the number 7. What
Go
role
ahead.
does forgiveness play in the process of letting go? I believe it sometimes forgiveness is real essential to letting go because for example, if I don't resolve some feeling with other person, the process about letting go is not work because like always we are tap in the same button and like you remember something and you are not letting go the all the situation. And I believe sometimes even we don't totally agree about the situation, sometimes it's easier for the process of letting go. You forgive about something that you think is not was good for you or something you do something bad, and I believe forgiveness is a real essential in sometimes when the process about letting go.
Wow, really good answer, Pedro. Congratulations. I have nothing to add because I totally agree with you. What about you, Ayla?
Really good answer, Pedro. I think forgiveness is crucial. Uh, as it helps release resentment, emotional weight. I think forgiveness allow us to move forward with peace and in peace and well-being. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Ayla. What about you, Mari, too? Just to...
I totally agree with you guys. And for me, forgiveness is liberate. Even if the other doesn't accept it, the more you free yourself. When we ask for forgiveness, we understand that they made the mistakes, and we are aware of not doing more. Forgiveness is change destiny.
Yeah,
Destiny.
I totally agree. And I think, guys, forgiveness is not I am forgiving Ayla. No, it's not for her. It's for me, you know. I will feeling good with this feeling, you know, forgiveness someone. So I totally agree with you guys. Okay, guys, we don't have more time, but I put on the chat the survey. I'd like to ask you to answer and to give me ideas to topics, guys, because sometimes I like to try to thinking about this kind of topics, you know, and sometimes it's hard to discuss, but I think we had a great time here. I hope you have liked it because I like it a lot. And as I said before, my next immersion will be on Friday at 9 p.m. And we are going to discuss about living abroad, the challenges and opportunities. You are invited to participate, okay? Thanks
Okay.
so much, Ayla, Pedro, and Mari for coming, and see you around, guys.